Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Besties Night In. I'm Nadine and this is my bestie Zala.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3. I'm glad to be back recording. It feels like no time has passed for you guys, but me and Nadine actually we barely talked last week because I was on a trip. But we'll talk about it a little bit later. But this week's episode is going to be more focused on pop culture and the gossip and the tea that happened this week and last week because we did an episode on Reddit and confessions last week. So, therefore, we missed out on a lot of the gossip that we're going to give you this week. All right.
Yes, I'm excited because I actually have some tea. But before we start, I want to do something a little
Mm-hmm.
bit different this episode. I have a
Okay.
question for you and for the audience.
Okay.
So I was having a conversation with somebody and I don't even know how we got to this, but I asked, we were talking about memories, and I was just like,
Uh-huh.
when you when you're thinking of your memories, you know how you can see your memories?
Yes.
Are you seeing your memories from person point of view where it's like you're seeing it from your eyes, or are you seeing it from third person bird's eye view? How do you see your memories when you look back and think of a memory?
It's a third person point of view.
Oh my god, thank you. I said the same thing. I said I see it from I see myself in that memory. Everybody else was just like, "No, I'm seeing it as if I'm seeing it through my eyes, like how I saw it when I was there." And I was like, "I see it third
That's
person. I can see
so weird.
myself in the memory."
I've never thought about this, but I think that it makes more sense that if you see yourself in a third person point of view. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Why are we seeing each other in third point of view?
I
Because
don't
it
know. I
happened
thought it
to
was
us.
normal. I thought it
I
was
thought it was
normal.
normal too. Now I know apparently it's not.
If I was thinking about a memory from school,
Mhm.
I can see myself right now. I'm thinking of orientation, sitting at the desk, and who I'm sitting by, and all. I can see everything. But I asked two people about this, and they were both just like, no, they see it from
Yeah,
their
their
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is weird. No, I definitely think back on my memories just like you do because I don't know. I feel more comfortable seeing myself in a third person point of view than a person point of view. I don't know why. Like when I look back to the first day that we met, I'm seeing us
same,
interact, not
same. I
me
can't even
interacting with.
imagine looking at it through my eyes.
I wonder what that feels like. Like I'm just picturing
No.
that right now.
Listen, guys, we want to hear your thoughts because I want to see if this is are we the weird ones or are they the weird ones, people that I talk to? I want to know, is this normal? And if it's not normal, where do we get tested to find out why we have these special powers?
There's no place that we get tested. I think it's a mental illness if
You want to hear
they
something
everybody does.
so funny?
Yeah, tell me.
My nephew experienced deja vu, and I don't know if it's for the first time, but it was in the car, me and him, and he was just like, wait, this has happened before. I've seen it happen. I can see blah blah. And I'm just like, oh, deja vu. And he's just like, no, you don't get it. I've seen this happen before. And I'm just
Me.
like, yeah, baby, that's deja vu. And he's just like, is that? Am I special? Is it rare? Am I psychic? And I was just like, everyone gets deja vu. And he's like, oh, I thought I was special. I thought I was a
Real.
psychic.
Your nephew is me.
It was
He
so
thought he
funny.
he thought he was a psychic.
He
Real.
did, yeah.
You should
And
never ruin his dreams. Maybe he wants to be a psychic. Maybe you should have fed into his delulu.
you think so? Because imagine when he goes, because he's on summer vacation right now.
I imagine he goes
Imagine he
to
goes back to school and
school.
he's like, guys, I'm psychic. This happened to me. And everybody's just like, you dumbass deja vu. And then he comes and beats me up.
Okay, I see how you could be collateral damage at this point. Okay. Fair play.
But no, we
Um
want to hear you guys' thoughts on the memory thing. I'm so interested in that. It's been on my mind for 2 weeks, but I always forget to ask you. So I'm glad I remembered today.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I want to also hear their point of view just because it is really odd for me to think that people think in a first person point of view. That's so odd but it does make sense in hindsight if you look at it really like closely. We should be looking at it in a first person point of view because it's our memory, not somebody else's memory.
I don't know. I
Wait, do you
just
dream in first person point of view?
sometimes it just depends. Sometimes I'm third person, sometimes I'm first person.
I think I've always dreamt in third person point of view.
No, I've always been both. It's I feel like honestly, this is gonna sound so like usually my nightmares are in first person. Like my really bad, scary dreams are in first person.
What does that
So
say about you that you're mentally ill?
I need therapy.
Yeah, so do I. At this point, we all need therapy.
This
Okay.
is my weekly therapy.
Okay, let me give you a before we start the episode, let me give you an update on my life because me and Nadine we didn't talk a lot in the past week, and thank you so much for being such a cooperative co-host. But last week I went on a vacation with my friends and we went to Disneyland.
Not me.
With my friends and we went to Disneyland for her birthday. It was really fun. It was
Was it
crazy.
her birthday?
Yes.
I didn't know that until her birthday.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Nadine.
no way. I gotta text her. I'm listening. I gotta text her.
So while Nadine fixes up her mess. Oh my god, no way. That's why we went, loca.
No one told you didn't tell no one told me that.
Oh,
What day was it?
the 28th.
And I'm texting her literally, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 days later, happy birthday.
Okay, so we went for her birthday. She had a lot of fun. The rides were crazy. I didn't enjoy a lot of the roller coasters, but I did enjoy a lot of the interactive m- like more interactive rides. We went on a the Pirates of the Caribbean ride that was really fun. And then we went on the I can't remember any of their names because I didn't care enough, but there was one where you shot at like little targets. It was super fun and you could control your own little cart that you were sitting with the little controller so you could turn around and shoot at other things. It was a 360 cart. Super fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend. The food was really good. We had crepes. We had a Biscoff crepe and we had a Nutella and strawberry, I believe. Crepe 10 out of 10. Everybody was super nice. And so yeah, we had a lot of
No, I'm sorry. You saying my friends all got along. They're all friends.
well,
We're literally a friend group.
a lot of them. No, one of. Well, it was a lot of new people, so I don't really know. Everybody got along because I've never met mom or brother, so and another girl, so it was like very new to
Well,
me
you're not
too.
gonna have beef with her mom and her brother.
You never know.
They're clearly gonna get along.
You never know.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
Guys,
we
just
ended
a
up.
disclaimer, just to let you guys know, I also was invited, but I couldn't go because it was too expensive for me. So don't think I'm just a loser that's part of the friend group that doesn't get invited. I was also invited. Okay?
No, she was. Yeah, she was
Continue.
invited. Hopefully next time we get to take her with her schedule, with her crazy schedule. Next time we're going to. This is what we said. Next time we're going to LA. This one you will like definitely. So yeah,
To
that's all
where?
we did. LA, Los Angeles.
Mm,
You
fun.
said that as
Fun,
if
fun,
you didn't
fun.
want to go.
Mm, I
As if you didn't want to
don't.
go. I think you would like LA more than a lot of the places.
No, I think I would too. Um,
Not for like
I
a
don't know.
couple for a week. It will be fine.
Yeah, that
Not
sounds
two.
fun. I'm glad you had a good time. I know, like, you were a little stressed about it in the beginning just because you didn't know how much everything was gonna be, but I'm glad you
Yeah.
just went and had a good time and it was fun and yeah.
Everything was super fun and I roomed with one of our other friends. It was never a dull moment. What about you? What did you do the past week?
I've been working. I got a new job, guys. Woo woo. I really like my
Congrats.
job.
Everybody say congrats,
Thank you.
Nadine. You're not uneducated.
I really like my job. My coworkers are so nice, and the work environment is top tier. It's so nice, and I knew it was gonna be nice because when I interviewed, I told her I was like, "Hey, like I have a trip already, like planned and
Man,
booked for whenever. So it's gonna be I think like next week or something. I know when it is. I don't know why I said I think, but it's for next week." And
she's
she was just
gaslighting
like,
you guys.
"That's so fine, like, yeah, go, come back, whatever." But I still started this week, and I'm gonna be off, um, next week for, like, a week and a half, and then I come back in. And it's funny because my mom was just like, "Are you sure they're okay with it? Maybe you shouldn't go. Are you sure they're okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're okay, it's fine." Like, I told her during the interview, "It's fine." She wouldn't have hired me if it was a problem. And I really appreciate that she was just like, "Yeah, you'll start the week before, and then you'll get your dip your toes in, and then go on your trip and then come back." Because I know some companies would be like, "We can't hire you if you're gonna go on this trip. Then don't
Yeah.
hire me." But they're all so nice. There's no, like from what I've seen so far, no micromanaging. Everyone gets along. If I have any questions, I feel so comfortable asking anybody.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's the only negative is sometimes it's really, really cold, and then sometimes it's really, really hot, and I'm just like, "They're torturing us." But I have a sweater that I keep on my desk, chair and everything. And yeah, and I have my own little cubicle area and all this stuff, and it's cute. I like it.
I can't
Um,
believe I can't believe that Nadine is for sure now gonna be where she is and she's not gonna come see me anymore.
uh,
Please spam. Guys, please blow this video up so she can quit her job.
don't get me fired before I even started.
No, blow this video up in terms of like let us be
No, I know
famous.
they're gonna watch this video and they're gonna be like, "So you plan on quitting?" Mhm. You're fired. No, I really like it.
No, she loves her job, but you know what I mean.
But I will say, other than that, I don't know what's been going on, but, like, I've been and I just, again, feel really like it's not the job. I've just been feeling anxious. Like, today I was feeling anxious all day, like, to the point where I was, like, nauseous. But
Mhm.
I've been like that since, like, the weekend, where, like, I don't really wanna eat anything.
Yeah.
During my lunch, I sit in the car to eat just because, I want to. I don't even know why I do that. I sit in my car to eat, and I'll, like, be on the phone with people,
Mhm.
or I'll be watching TikToks. I'm usually on the phone for, like, the first 30 minutes and then watch TikToks for the last 30 minutes, and I just can't eat. Today, I think was I ate the most, but I just really cannot eat, and,
It's
like
okay. I feel like the change of environment and the fact that you're gonna come on the trip and like go on the trip next week, I feel like it's really giving you a lot of anxiety. It's okay.
I don't know
It's
what
the
it is,
first couple weeks. It's gonna be better eventually.
but, like, it's not I'm telling you, I don't know what it's just, like, I don't know. It's weird. But, I mean, I'm fine. I have people that I can talk to, so I just don't know what's wrong. I think that's the problem. I think I'm bothered 'cause I don't know what's wrong. And then tomorrow I start dog sitting, so that's gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
exciting.
the little cutie patooties.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be dog sitting for 5 days, and then when my brother gets back, I leave the next day immediately to go on my trip. So,
It's gonna be it's gonna be fun for you. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
I'm
But
excited.
yeah,
I'm really excited for my trip.
I'm excited for the trip too.
Yes.
Okay. So transitioning into our topic this week or gossip this week. Get your popcorn. This tea is crazy.
Okay, I'm ready.
So you said I don't know what's in the air this week. And I think that this is the downfall of a lot of people on social media is that they say whatever comes to their head. And I've said this to you multiple times that when people are such a they're in the public eye, they need to watch what they say. It's not a safe space. Nobody cares. Like you're going to have haters that point out specific stuff. So, in last week, speaking of this, in last week's Dropout episode with Dropouts with Zach Justice and his co-host and Tara Yummy, he said that Tara, quote unquote, Tara was Tara was a No, wait. He made a joke about Tara being a pedo's dream. Such
Okay.
a weird comment, right? Like I've never liked
You can
him.
say that. What
I've
was
always said it was just like they were just
like, what
talking,
was
and
the context before that?
I don't know. Honestly, I think they were just talking and she was small. I think she was talking about how small she is and like
Can I say something about her?
yes, don't say pick me. We already know.
It's not even just that. I have never watched an actual episode. I've watched clips on YouTube, I mean, on TikTok. I've seen, like, their clips. I've seen videos of her. I've seen videos of him. I've seen all their stuff. She really annoys me.
No, I understand. I understand. It's a
There was
very
a clip where they were doing, like, is it a red flag or a green flag? And I don't know what I think the question was just, like, if your boyfriend or, like, if you share your location with your boyfriend, and she was like, red flag," and then Zach was trying to say something, she was like, "Red flag, red flag, red flag," and you know that Nina video where it's like, "Nina, Nina,
yeah.
Nina?" It reminded me of that, and it annoyed me so much, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like I would like her. I just think, like, the videos that I've seen, I'm just like, "Oh my god, she's so annoying."
And it's also her personality. I feel like no, I feel like this happens a lot with girls who claim to like always hang out with guys and that girls are more problematic. They
Have you
become
seen
like the
her,
joke
like,
of the internet.
makeup tutorials where she'd be like, "I don't know how to do makeup. I don't know what I'm doing," but then her makeup always looks like homegirl can do such a good fucking wing liner, and she's like, "I don't know how to do makeup. I'm not really a makeup girl. I'm not this," but then she's doing it and she's slaying to the point where people are copying her makeup. So it's just like very much I know people say it a lot, but pick
Pick
me. She just I
me.
don't yeah.
But it also, I also can't hate on her. One of the reasons is because she's Persian, and I'm somewhere around there, so I don't want to
I
be
don't
a
care where
hater.
I hate on my people more than anybody. I don't like Middle
I
Eastern
hate on my
men.
people too. I hate on my people too, but she's just, I don't know, she's just a character, and I don't fully
Yeah.
hate her, but I think a lot of the stuff that she does is very questionable.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
don't hate her, she's just annoying and a pick me, and
yes. And then, have you seen that one clip? Why do I raise my eyebrows so much? Sorry. In that one clip where their other co-host, Allison, I think is her name, she starts talking, and then Tara interrupts her, and she looks back at the other guy, and she's like, "Did you see that?" It was like a very, very like quick interruption. Like it was the one where that one time I in class that I you were talking and I interrupted you. It was like that. It was like
she
that.
she just gives off I listen, I love attention, you guys. I am an attention whore, I will raise my hand and say it. I will raise my
She
hand
is,
and
and I
say it,
will vouch for that.
but I'm not taking someone else's attention from them, you know?
Yeah.
And she does that. I'm not someone who wants to make everything about me, but let me tell you how I'm an attention whore. I love to, like, when I was gonna go visit Zala, I wanted to surprise her, but I couldn't because the bitch ruined it. Ugh. But I wanted the attention of that, like, me surprising her and her be like, "Oh my god," I wanted that type of attention, but I don't wanna make everything about me. It
Mhm.
seems like she does, and that's you know?
Icky.
Yeah.
No, totally. So, in the podcast, she didn't say anything, but people like flagged it as really weird that he would say that. And I've consistently said I hate that man. I get the worst vibes from that man. It doesn't matter if he's joking. He makes the weirdest jokes, the most like sexualized, awkward, like borderline criminal jokes, criminally offensive jokes. And so,
Yeah.
he makes the most like criminally weird jokes. So, anyways, I've never been a fan of him, but something came out this week that sparked very, very huge controversy. So, you remember how he used to date Indiana,
Mhm.
the girl who fakes she's hated by everybody too.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw that.
the lore is funny. So apparently they were friends when she was 14 and he was like 20.
Yeah, didn't he live with her either he lived with her and her mom or she lived with him, like, someone lived with somebody.
The mom hired him. So
Yeah.
that's the lore, yeah. And so apparently when he was 20, he started like being friends with a 14-year-old. He would comment on her, and like if this is public information, allegedly. We have to say allegedly because he's already talked to another girl about this on TikTok. So the girl that I got this video, this inspiration from, her username on TikTok is Zena Weena. That's her TikTok account, and
I
she
like
brought
that
it
name.
to.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like a cutie girl, and she was like, "Yeah, this was all public information. I don't know why he's taking it so personal. Like it was already out there. I don't know. I'm just stating the facts." So, anyways, she goes on the video and basically she makes a three part. The first part to her video is basically talking about how it's. Don't you guys find it weird that he was friends with a 14-year-old before dating her? And she didn't say anything. She didn't say he groomed her. She didn't say he did any like act of pedophilia. But in her second part, she said that he texted her. He texted her on Instagram like paragraphs and paragraphs that this is misinformation, that this, and that video had 1,000 likes.
How is it
1,000,
misinformation if
Nadine,
it's
1,000 likes. Imagine finding a video that's so minuscule in the like
yeah,
world wide web. It shows that like he was searching for it, you know?
but it's like, how is it misinformation if
That's what she said.
it's known that you were friends with her and then you guys started dating and she's 14 and you were 20 when you guys met? Because then all that's telling me is you at 20 years old looked like a 14-year-old girl and went, "Yum, I want that." Yuck. I just even at 27, I
Yes.
can't imagine looking at somebody 6 years old
Yes.
younger than me and being like, "Ooh, look at that 21-year-old. Ugh, excuse me?"
Same, same. Because okay. So in her 18th birthday post, I hope I don't get this wrong, allegedly. It's out there. I'm sure you can find it. In her 18th birthday post, he wrote, "And that fiery personality of yours with that smirk, you know? That one, Nadine, you know the smirk like this?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'm so
Prison.
grateful to have you. Thank you for period. Thank you for being in my life." And mind you, she's just freshly turned 18. So what is that? So if she was 14 and he was 20, now he's 24 and
26.
she's 26, sorry. 26 and she's 8. Shut up. 26 and she's 18. Isn't that so weird?
I just can't imagine. Ew.
Like you dating an 18-year-old guy. Just put yourself in in his shoes. Like that's so weird.
Ew. Ew, ew, ew.
So a lot
That's
of people.
so gross. And you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm putting my foot down. Also blame the parents, because what the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
Letting your daughter date this grown ass fucking man who she's known since it was a kid. Like, I'm going to call the cops on you.
No, I totally agree. But so people were saying like basically that nobody said anything about grooming, grooming or pedophilia. But in his text, he said, "You're spreading misinformation. This is basically claims of grooming,
Oh, pause, by the way.
pedophilia." Yeah.
You were right. If she was 18, he was 24, my bad. I don't know why I heard
Oh.
you say she was 20. Sorry, you were right.
Oh. Yes, I cannot imagine dating an 18-year-old guy right now, like in my age right now. So, yeah, and the girl came on and she said, "Yeah, nobody should be pissed. This is public information. I don't know why he's bashing me. I don't know why he's trying to take my TikTok down. This is all public. Like everybody knows everything already." And this all got sparked because of that one weird comment he made on the Dropouts episode where he said Tara's every pedo's dream. It's so weird behavior. You don't say stuff like that when you're a normal person. And so basically the public, I read a lot of comments in the public was just saying like we are always got really weird vibes from him, and that he constantly made some weird jokes, but it kept getting dismissed as he's funny, and I
Mm-mm.
never found him funny. I
I
never
always
found him
say
funny.
that every joke has a little bit of truth to it, especially if you say it repeatedly. The more you say a joke, by the 3rd time, it's no longer a joke. Sorry, it's no longer a joke.
Yeah. How awkward is that, Nadine? Like I cannot imagine. I don't know. it's like he got personally attacked even though nobody's called him anything except, "Why did this happen?" Like, not a groomer, not a pedophile, not nothing. He just basically decided to text that girl out of his free will to say, "I'm
That
not a
that
groomer." It's like his own
that guilt,
conscience.
yeah, it's his guilt is eating him alive because he knows he's wrong, and now it's coming back.
I also found it really weird that, sorry. I also found it really weird that Tara's whole vibe is very childish in a way, and he's, like, super he looks super, super, like he does whatever she wants, you know? I always found that really weird, even though they're not dating, you know? Like, no guy does that stuff for you if he doesn't find you attractive, you know, or, like, was doesn't wanna
He
date
clearly
you.
I mean, she is a really attractive girl, so he clearly finds her attractive.
So weird, so weird. But yeah, that was the first tea that we had. Pretty crazy start to my week coming back from going off social media for a week. I saw that and I was like, okay, the hell?
Um, Speaking of age gap, I have some tea.
Okay, tell me. Is it personal
This
tea or social
tea is
media
kinda
tea?
crazy. Okay, no, social media tea.
Okay, tell
So,
me.
do you know who Nick Viall is?
Yes. No, I'm lying. I don't know who that is. I don't know why I said that
Okay.
so
So for
confidently.
those of you guys who so for those of you guys that don't know, he was originally on The Bachelorette. I believe he was on
Oh,
2
I don't
seasons
know
of The
him.
Bachelorette, like, he was on 1 season, they brought him back for the next season. Then I believe he did Bachelor in Paradise also twice, and then officially, like, some years later, they made him The Bachelor. Fun fact, his season of The Bachelor was the first season that I watched. I actually really liked his season of The Bachelor. Messy and crazy. So, he now has a podcast, and his
Mhm.
podcast, like, he kind of just he it's very, like, pop culture, social media, relationships, advice, like, it's just some of
Yeah.
everything, and so he talks about people's relationships a lot and about, like,
Yeah.
things that's seen on social media and things like reality TV, like, especially, like, kind of like dating shows.
Mhm.
So, he is married. His wife is Natalie Jo. So, Nick is 43, she's 25, and they have a kid together, okay? So, he was on his podcast talking about Harry Jowsey. Do you know who Harry
Yeah.
Jowsey is?
Here,
Yeah, so for those of you guys
Francesca
that don't know,
Miami.
he was on Too Hot to Handle, and then he was also on Dancing with the Stars, and he was on season
And
2 of
then
Perfect
Truman.
Match. He has his, own podcast, and
That he shouldn't
he
have.
is reality TV's playboy. That's what he is. He has had sex with everybody. Good for you though, I guess. Get it, I guess. I don't know. So, someone commented and said, um, I think on one of his videos, Harry's videos, and said, "Mate, you're getting roasted by at Nick Viall. You should go on his podcast and do an interview." So then Harry responded and said he can't keep my out of his mouth. 50-year-old man gossiping about people in their 20s dating. He should be more focused on his wife cheating on him and repairing that than worrying about me. So
I
then
saw
that
this.
started the whole thing.
Wait,
So
can I say something before you
mhm.
finish? The comments were like, "Guys, why did he kinda eat why did he kinda eat with that?" And I was like, "I don't know
Yeah,
who these
we're so
people are, but okay. Go off, I guess."
we are messy nowadays. We're gonna start mess. People nowadays on
Yeah.
social media don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So, if you look up on Google, like, Natalie cheating, there's, like, a whole Reddit, but, like, by a whole Reddit, it's just, like, a paragraph. I'm gonna read you what the Reddit says.
Mhm.
So, the Reddit, I have it saved because I wanted to read you the Reddit and then give you the information that I have on more about that. So, basically, it's titled Natalie Joy Cheating. Natalie Joy was having a full-blown affair right around the time she and Nick got engaged and right before she got pregnant. She even wanted to leave Nick for this other guy, but he was also in a relationship and wasn't down. He's well known in the LA scene and has somewhat of an IG following. This is why her friend group fell apart shortly after the engagement. They found out, unsure if Nick knows, but leaning towards him knowing because it's LA and people talk. So we found out who the guy was. Allegedly, it's this
Mhm.
like influencer guy. He is known as like the shoe surgeon. His name is like Dominic Chambrone. I don't know if I got that wrong. I don't know who that is. You know who that is?
Sue Surgeon?
The shoe surgeon.
Oh, I thought it was that Reddit story that I once heard of that doctor cheating on his wife with an influencer. But anyways,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
he's
No,
like
I
a
don't know
shoe
him.
he's an influencer shoe surgeon. So,
No, no clue.
more more like also Nick and Ally clearly have an age gap, an 18-year age gap. I believe, I could be wrong, but they met when she was 19, and then they have a kid together, whatever. So, Greg Grippo, who was also on The Bachelorette, but, like, on, like, a later season than Nick, he was on Katie's season a
Mhm.
couple of years back. Um, he went to, like, some, like, launch with this guy, Jason, who was also known from he's part of Bachelor Nation, he was on The Bachelorette. He dated Caitlyn, Briscoe, they broke up, he's now dating an influencer cat, but he was, like, at the event talking so openly about how Natalie's cheating on Nick,
Yeah.
and so it's like people are now it's like this whole because Harry made that comment, because it was, like, kind of open within the community of, like, the people in LA that knew, but nobody would really talk. Because
Yeah.
even Caitlyn, she made a comment on her podcast saying, like, "I don't wanna have a relationship like Nick and Natalie. I know things about the relationship, and that's not something that I would want." So, like, people have always, like, made little comments, but nobody has really ever openly talked about it until now. And
Mhm.
then Nick even, like, I guess, like, quote, unquote, "made a statement," but he was just saying that he kinda tries to tune out things, and he, doesn't read the comments, he's just in his own little bubble, and this is this, and it's just like, you do is talk about people on your podcast, people are gonna talk about you too, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she's been getting a lot of backlash," and because she's also on his podcast now she's one of his co-hosts,
Yeah.
but it's just to me, it's like, you can't sit here and give relationship advice when
Yeah.
you're especially when she was willing to end things with you and run away with him. She wanted to end things with Nick and run away with Dominic, allegedly. He is 38 years old. She must have a thing for older men.
Oh, okay. I thought he was younger than that. But yeah, she's in the wrong. They're all in the wrong, honestly. Him
They're all
for
because
talking
Dominic
about
had a
everybody.
wife at the time.
Damn.
I don't know if they're still together. They're
Hopefully
all in
not.
the wrong. First of all,
What a crazy damn, that's crazy. How this all started for one comment on Harry Jowsey's
this all started because Nick talks to people and doesn't think people are gonna talk back, especially when it's just like, if you're gonna talk to people and you don't want people to talk to you, then know
yeah.
who you're talking to.
Yeah.
'Cause don't talk about people who don't give a fuck. Because Harry doesn't care. This is the same Harry who went on a podcast and said Nikita Dragon gave him a he does not care about anything.
That man is the scum of earth. I really hate him. Him and Zach Justice are up there for me. I don't know why I hate those two people, but they're the
Who's
worst vibes ever.
who's Zach Justice?
The guy from Dropouts that I just talked about.
Oh, I didn't know his last name. Shows you how
No,
little I know.
those are top tier terrible people. I don't know why I hate
Yeah.
Harry so much, but the way he cheated on Francesca says everything about his personality.
And about and with Georgia, he did the same thing. And then also, you guys, I'm gonna give you a quick update on Perfect Match. Quick synopsis. Perfect Match
Who
season
did he
2,
match with? Oh
really
yeah,
boring.
with Jessica. Why the
Jessica
heck?
from Love Is Blind. Season 2 was honestly really boring, and then it got really good, and then it got boring again. But I'm not gonna tell you guys about it because I was gonna do a recap on it, but it just wasn't
The
interesting enough for
vibes.
me to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it really wasn't. But so on one of the episodes, they separated the girls and the guys. So Harry and Jessica were already a couple. They were matched up, and Harry,
Mhm.
as Harry does, love bombing her. And Jessica, who girl, if you ever watch this, for you to be preach how mature you are and you to be like,
And an
"I do everything
EpiPen.
for my daughter," and you cry about your daughter all day and fucking night. Every time I've never met somebody who talks about their daughter and cries as much as she
Yeah.
does. So weird how much she cries about her kid. But for you to, like, try to act like you're this such mature adult, you fell for his love bombing, and then you also love bomb because he's like, "I love you," and she's like, "I love you too." Huh? Excuse me? But whatever, I digress. But she likes to act like she's just this mature adult, and I don't know about that. And then also she was a fan favorite on Love Is Blind, very much not anymore after Perfect Match. She was really seen as a mean girl. Especially there was an interview afterwards when they're promoting the thing, and she was like, it was a lot that she was doing to one of the girls who was a fan favorite, um, and it was just really disgusting to watch. I saw the clip, and I was just like, "Why is she acting like this?" It's really sad, it's disgusting. She is not a girl's girl at all, like, at all. But anyway, back to what happened on Perfect Match. So they separated the girls and the guys, and where they had, like, it was a
Mhm.
girls' day and a guys' day, and they made it seem like, "Oh, the girls get some time with the girls, the guys get some time with the guys, you guys you earned it, you deserved it." But production, like, the whole point of it was to bring all the single men back and send them out with the girls, and then all the single women back and send them out with the guys. And so when the women came, Harry was being a lot with,
Melinda.
and he was picking her up, and he was, I don't know, like, just
Wait,
saying
I don't
stuff to
remember
her.
who Melissa is. Melinda.
Was from Too Hot to Handle, and then she also was the host of Dated and Related, and, she
What
came
does she
in.
look like?
um, I'll have to show
Like,
you a
just
picture.
describe her hair and her features. Does
Black
she have
hair.
black hair? Oh, I remember her. Yeah, I remember her. Okay, now I remember.
Okay, so she was also on Too Hot to Handle. And also, pause, he also made a comment in on his confessions about how he, like, one of the girls, Holly, came in, and he made a comment that he banged her and that this guy, Stefan, cream pied her. But he loves to say, like, "I'm this changed man. I went to therapy and I changed. I evolved. Like, I don't want you guys to look at me for my past." But then within that same breath, like, you're sitting there
What
saying this about
the
another girl, go
hell?
back to therapy and get a new therapist, actually. Get 7. So anyway, so they
Get
go
off
back
social
now
media for
everyone.
that matter. Get off social
Yeah.
media.
So now everyone, all the girls and guys and all the singles, so everyone, all the couples that were matched up and all the singles are back.
Melinda.
Tells Jessica, "Harry kissed me. Me and Harry kissed." And
Mhm. Melinda.
he said he wants to put a baby in me, this, that, and Harry is denying, 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 denying. Deny,
Mhm.
deny, deny, deny. He's like, "That didn't happen. She's doing this for clout. She's doing this for her 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah." He's saying because she didn't match with anybody, she's doing it so that way she can get, like, her fame on TV and get her time. Melissa has been on 3 reality shows, and one of them she was the host of. I don't think she needed her clout in her 15 minutes, to be
Yeah.
honest. And so, they never showed it. They never showed whether they kissed or not until the finale. The finale came, and so, side note, Jessica found out if it was true or not with the rest of us. She did not know. She had to either believe Harry or
Melinda.
she clearly believed Harry because they dated a month after that, and then they
Yeah.
broke up. But also, she was kind of attacking when
Melinda.
Melissa her, and it's just like, "Girl, again, for you to be this mature woman, you're not mature. Like, what the whatever." So then it came out during the finale, like the last episode, they showed the clip, and everything that said
Melinda.
was so clearly true. And it showed, like, he kissed her, they kissed when they, like, where there weren't cameras, but their mic was still on, and then he went to production, he was just like, "Did you guys get the video
Melinda.
of me and kissing? Take it off, don't show it, please, like, blah, blah." Like, so it's just, like, all this stuff, and then him even saying, like, "I wanna put a baby in you, like, I wanna you," like,
Ugh.
all
He's
this, right?
so weird.
So then he doubles down, goes on his podcast and says, "Y'all shouldn't have believed me." It's y'all know who I am. Y'all, because on Too Hot to Handle season 1, he did the same thing to Francesca. He kissed Francesca, and then he told everyone, "Oh, she kissed me." He was like, "Y'all shouldn't have believed me. That's y'all's own fault. Why would you guys believe me? You guys know who I am." He is such a, like,
Gaslighter and a
literal, and
manipulator.
he knows it. I think he was wearing, like, your favorite he was wearing some shirt that says that or something,
This
and
man
it's
has
just
too much
it
confidence. Somebody
blows
needs to
my
humble
mind.
him.
I think it's gonna be hard to humble him because it's just too late now. It's
He
too
has
late.
no shame.
He really doesn't, and it's so, like, and you know what? And again, like, I don't wanna attack Jessica, but I'm going to. You know his past, and you wanna sit here and be like, "I wanna choose to believe him."
That's why her comments were off when I checked her
Mhm.
video.
Like, I'm sorry, Jessica, you're beautiful, you are. You're not the exception to the rule. Not when it comes to Harry. Like, he was also with 2 other beautiful women. And
The
also
first match he left, crazy man.
and also, he so I don't know if you know this, but in Perfect Match season 1,
Mhm,
Dom and Georgia, they
mhm.
won Perfect, they were a couple, they won it, and then it came out allegedly, according to Harry and Dom, that, like,
Mhm.
Georgia cheated on Dom with Harry and all this stuff, and now Dom and Harry
Mhm.
are best friends, and all this he brought that up, like, 3 the show. 3
Yeah.
times he brought it up, and then Dom was on the show, and of course, they're best friends, and it's so weird, but he brought it up so much about how Georgia cheated on Dom with Harry, and I'm just like, "You're so weird." But I feel like Jessica should she just and he would gaslight her in the show, like, he would do something bad wrong, and then he would cry to her about it and be like, "Everyone's judging me by your actions. We're judging you by what you're doing. What are you talking about?
Type of man he is, he's never gonna change,
We're
and
not."
I believe he should be I believe if you're listening to me, every TV show in the US, ban that man. He does not need to be on any more shows.
No, it's entertaining
Clearly,
though,
he's
'cause for me,
incapable of love.
it's entertaining. It's so funny because it's just like we know who like and also no one goes on that show for love. Every like, this season, you can tell people were on there for clout. You can tell people were on there just to they just want to stay in the house.
I watched the first episode, it was crazy.
No couple stayed together afterwards. It
The
was
way
just
the first
insane.
couple I don't know who he was, but when he didn't get picked, the way he walked out, "You're gonna regret this," and then he's walking out like this, montage, I was like, "Ugh. Oh, brother, enough.
Brother, ugh. It's
Brother."
season 2, just I'm hoping season 3 because I love you guys, I love reality TV, I love trash TV.
Yeah,
I just
Nadine
found myself bored until the whole, like first of all, y'all should be thanking
Melinda.
gave us something to talk about. The reason you guys were trending was because of
Melinda.
the only person that I liked on that show was Tolu. Shout out Tolu, fan
Oh, yeah, I
favorite.
love her. I love
Yes,
her.
it was other than that, it was just so boring, but, like, at least it gave
Melinda.
some type of drama that you guys couldn't give.
Okay, that is crazy. But speaking of
Yes.
drama,
Drama.
that doesn't include I feel like Harry Jowsey is very relatable to this character too. Lila Gibney at Cover and Alex's wedding. Oh my god. If that was me, they have a lot of patience. If that was me, she would have been kicked out the second she pulled that phone out because they specifically said be present in the wedding. And
I'm looking her up,
it's
Gibney.
not like a social yeah, Gibney, Gib
Found
Gibney,
it.
yeah. It's not like it's a social media wedding. It's a literal wedding and they asked all the people that were attending to be present and aware of their surroundings. And what did she do? Before before Cover and Alex posted their own wedding videos, their own photographs and everything, Lila's already posted everything. Isn't that
Didn't
so
she also
disrespectful?
walk down the like, posting, like, a video of her walking
Yes,
down the aisle? Is wasn't she, like,
posing down
rolling
the
around in her
aisle.
veil?
Yes. And there's a that's probably the reason why Tana and Brooke decided to like take her out of their friendship circle because of her doing stuff like this. It's super disrespectful. It's super weird and
Yeah.
narcissistic and weird. I don't understand like how you could do that to somebody else's wedding. Especially I understand if she took a couple of videos and she forgot that it was like a real wedding and she uploaded, but rolling around in somebody's veil, walking down the aisle, being loud and weird and proud about it is
And you could
so
have at
weird.
least posted the next day, like, give them a chance to do it. And especially, like, again, like, if it's there's a lot of influencer couples where you're just kind of like, you know they're together just because it's
Mhm.
their brand. I don't think that
Yeah.
with them. Their vows made me cry. His vows to her were
Yeah, that's super
beautiful.
sweet,
You
yeah.
can tell they're so in love. You can tell the people around them were so happy. Like, you can just tell how genuine it is, and I feel like she took that
Mhm.
genuinity whatever out of it,
Yeah, that was correct.
and it's just like, you could have at least waited the next day, and I don't care
Yeah,
how chill someone is, still, like, respect weddings in
yeah,
general, no matter how chill the bride and groom are. A wedding is a wedding, and a wedding is really, really, really important to some people. And even if you think like, "Oh, they don't really care about weddings, it's not a big deal," but it is. And like, weddings are big deals, like, this is showing your love to the world at this point. You're like you've become one, like, you're like, I don't like
Yeah. You're
it's
try you have like a whole what do you call it? Like a I forgot the word that starts on an S. It's a very, very like I don't know, it's like a basic thing where two couples just become one, like you said, and I feel like it's super disrespectful. And especially when somebody emphasizes be present in the moment. Like it's crazy. Being trying bless you. Bless you. Trying to upload somebody else's wedding vows is insane, and their video, like, oh, it was just so disrespectful. I could not believe it. I
yeah,
don't
no,
know. I don't know why she was
me
invited in
either.
the first place.
Maybe they're friends.
Well,
I would
after this,
assume
they're
they're
no
friends.
longer.
Um, and you know what also? Let's just say I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Let's just say that Culver and Alex were cool with it, and they were like, "Yeah, girl, post it. Yeah, walk down the aisle. Yeah." Like, let's just say, like, they were like, "Yeah, like, roll around in my veil." Let's just say that they were cool with it. At the end of the day, regardless, people are gonna talk about it. People are gonna say negative things about it. So it's just like, if you can't handle the backlash, don't do it.
Yeah,
Because even if she was to make a video right now being like, "Alex and Culver okayed it, Alex and this," you're still gonna get backlash about it because, like I said, like, weddings aren't a small thing. It wasn't a birthday party. If it was a birthday party, no one would give a fuck. It's a wedding.
yeah,
And it was like, it's just such a beautiful moment that you took away from them. Like,
yeah, and
you're
put
the
all
same type of
the
person who would probably get engaged at someone else's wedding years
yes,
to come. If I
or announcer in pregnancy.
let me tell you, if I was when I'm because I'm gonna be at your wedding and somebody tries to propose, I'm tackling them. I don't even care
Or
if they were
wear
like
white. Or wear white.
I'm gonna be how they're like they throw the wine? I'm gonna have a purse of paintballs, water balloons just filled with paint. That way, if you're wearing white, yeah, now what? I'm just like, I don't know. People that
Yeah,
try to take the attention from someone else's like really special moments, you're disgusting.
yeah. No, I agree.
I just,
It happened. What can I say?
what
She
can
can't
I
take it back.
say? She really can't. No matter what. No matter what. Um, on a more, I have. This is not tea. This is just a brighter side. Change of topic.
Mhm.
Have you watched have you ever watched Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis? You guys, if you haven't heard the news, I'm so excited. They are filming Freaky Friday 2 with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I am so beyond excited. I cannot wait, and I could be wrong, but I believe it's gonna come out in theaters next year. Oh, baby,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be there, and guess what? I'm gonna rock what she was wearing in the first one. You know the outfit where she was wearing, like, those green cargo pants with, like,
Yes.
the black shirt with the red? I'm gonna wear that, and I'm gonna get a red
Um,
wig.
and but there's a lot of controversy, because it's been a very long time. I believe it's been over 7 years. Um, so usually when they make movies like that,
7? I don't really? That's it?
right?
No.
Or even more than that.
It's
No?
been,
Yes.
11? It's been 20 years.
Oh,
Why'd I say
yeah,
11? It's been 20 years.
so, I said over 7 years. That's also correct.
Shut the you crazy person.
Shut up.
But I will
Um,
say,
it's
they
really tough
both
to
look really young for it to have been
yes,
20 years ago. Holy fuck.
and I'm so grateful I'm so glad that Lindsay Lohan got out of her, problem, like, she did a very good
Yeah.
job recovering, so that's why she looks super good for now, but I will say that a lot of the movies that get remade 10 years later, 20 years later, they tend to be a flop, even though they go into it and they're super excited. It's just because the plot doesn't hit the same. But I hope that they do a very good job with Freaky
Yeah.
Friday.
I think it just all depends, yeah, like, on the writers and the director because I know Disney came out with a Freaky Friday recently. I think it was, like, 2018, 19. It was horrible. I didn't watch it. It just looked ass. It just looked so bad, but this is with the original cast. This I don't know who's all gonna be there, but I know they're gonna be there, and that's who's important. They look young, they look good. I'm hoping it's good, and If it's not, let's not be harsh. They're giving us a little bit of our childhood back. So even if it's not okay, if it's not good, it's still a little bit of our childhood, you know?
Yes, not my childhood specifically, my teen years. So let's let's be a little chill. Okay. One last thing before we close the podcast. I just want to get your opinion on Ariana Grande fetishizing. Connecting this back to our first ever episode, talking about somebody apparently. What was his name? I forgot. Who was it?
Oh my
That
god.
guy dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer, the TikToker?
Yeah, Jack Wright, is that his name?
Oh, yes, yes, allegedly.
First of all, going back to our first, episode when I was just like, "I love the Zodiac killer, he's
Oh,
my fa."
I was when I was thinking about you, I was like, "She would you better watch your mouth. You better zip it. Our PR team has to work overtime because of you now, because this is crazy. Don't say stupid stuff like this."
Okay.
So apparently a while ago, Ariana Grande, and this is alleged. I don't really remember. I didn't read specifically where it said it. That's why I'm saying alleged, but I'm sure this is true. She said that she was infatuated with him and that she would have
I
dinner
don't
with him
wanna
specifically.
I don't wanna interrupt you, but she said it on Penn Badgley's. He was,
Yes.
from Gossip Girl, and he's from You. She said it on his podcast, and the story was that, like, she was doing, like a dinner or something with fans, and it was, like, young kids, and somebody asked, like, "Who would you wanna have dinner with, dead or alive?" And she was like, "Mom, can I," like, to the kid's parents, she was like, "Is it okay if I say the real answer?" And they were like, "Yeah." But I'm sure they didn't think that was gonna be your real answer, and she was just like, "Jeffrey Dahmer." So,
Yeah, so it came back around to bite her in the butt because a victim attacked her.
she told the
At
story on like, she told that story again on Penn's podcast, so it's just like, I don't think I think she's just proud of it. I think she's just like, "Yeah."
being proud of a serial killer that sorry, the Zodiac killer I have no clue about, but this is such he did such a brutal murders and he did them in a way where families are still affected to this day, generations later. It's crazy to be like, I would really love to have
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, even though I don't agree. I think it's really sick. I feel like a lot of things that we talk about is just how sick people are in the head, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm hoping that it's just because she is just wants to, like, pick his brain on just, like, why, what is it? What made you do this? What made you know you want to do this? I wanna, like, assume that it's not like she's a fan of his. I just wanna assume that it's just infatuation in the aspect of just, like, I wanna know what, like, is going on in your brain. I wanna assume that's what it is and not, like, I'm a fan.
No,
Watch our next
but
music video be about him. We
for
ride at dawn
sure.
if that's what it is.
And somebody speculated that the reason why Joe Goldberg, Penn, is that his name, Penn Badgley, and Peter Pan, what's his name? Evan Peters. No, he's not Peter Pan. Evan Peters. I don't know why I always get those confused. Evan Peters, who played Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah.
was in her music video. So people are like,
Maybe
crazy
she does have a
loca.
thing for
The serial
murderers,
killer.
because
No, but I found this
in
so
You, he's
weird.
a murderer.
No, but Nadine, I you know this about me. I've often found it seriously sick in the head that you're fantasizing about somebody in jail. When Gypsy Rose had Eric, was it Eric? What's his name? The guy that she married in prison.
I don't know
Her
what his name is.
ex-husband. Well, her ex-husband met him. She
I
met
know
him
what the
in
new guy's
prison.
name is, Ken.
Yeah, I think it was Eric or Aaron. I don't know. It's crazy. Why are you fantasizing about these criminals? Like, I don't understand. Go get serious help. Seriously, like you don't need to fix these people. Listen to me,
Ryan.
guys.
His name is
Ryan,
Ryan.
listen to me. Guys, listen to me. You don't need this. This is gonna ruin you forever. This is gonna be your character development moment. Go to therapy instead. Seriously, it's gonna do so much for you. I promise you. Find a new normal person who has a normal job that doesn't commit murders. Please, I beg you guys. Like it's gonna. I don't know what. Like your thrill. The thrill in life is not to find a criminal. Like a criminal. Like I don't understand. Sorry, I got heated up for a moment because it's crazy that people are ruining their lives over stupid stuff like this.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was younger, I used to find criminals attractive.
And that whole speech I just gave was to Nadine specifically.
Do you guys know, the, like
The lore,
it's like you can find the videos on TikTok, you guys, where it's like the prisoners, like, recording a video, and you can, like
the prison lore, yes.
and you can literally, like, send them stuff and talk to them video chat and all this stuff, and I remember at one point, I was like, "I'm gonna do it," but you have to pay, and I didn't wanna pay.
Oh, thank God.
But you can,
Nadine,
like
I
you
really
can
think that that's the stupidest thing you can do.
it's for the plot. I don't I
And
don't
for the
take
plot,
life
you might
that
get killed.
serious,
And for the plot, you might get killed too.
and
And for the plot, you might be stalked too. Let's be so for real. Anyways,
have I ever been stalked?
it's called a pen pal in prison. You can have a pen pal in prison.
Yeah, but you can also the point of that one was to find a girlfriend. So it would be a video of them trying to find a girlfriend,
That's crazy that you know that. I did
and
not
they
know
were
that.
like, "There were some attractive men." And I was like, "Ooh," and they would say what they were in for, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not too bad."
Guys, when this podcast takes off, I'm getting Nadine, I think 1,000 therapy sessions at minimum.
Girls and guys that watch the podcast, tell me if you agree or disagree. Am I crazy? Is it me? Am I the problem? Or is Zala just
Is
not
a normal
crazy enough?
person. Is a normal person. Were you about to say that? Yeah, so anyways, guys, don't learn from Nadine. Don't listen to what she says. I'm a little bit more normal than her at times, but she's
That's
cuckoo in this stuff.
crazy. That's crazy.
There's a lot of helicopters flying by low, and that's crazy.
Helicopter, helicopter. Um,
Yes.
I feel like compared to me and Zala, I take life a little bit more fun, and I'm, like, a
Mhm.
little bit less serious. I can be really serious, like, I can give Zala life advice like it's nobody's business. I really can, but Zala takes life so serious, it makes no sense to me.
Life is serious. Like
No, it's not,
one
because in
wrong
the
move
end, we
and
all
you're
die.
dead. One wrong move
We
and you're
regar
dead.
we're gonna die anyway. I can die
Okay, guys.
tomorrow.
Send your questions for next week's episode. Let's be so for real. Send your questions in the link down below or your whatever you want advice on because this is turning into a very heated argument and we need to have it in the next episode, okay? We're going to dedicate I think in a future episode, we're gonna do a dedication to, like a video dedicated to specifically how we view life and our like goals, our ambitions, our like what we see, how we see life, how we see relationships with people, and I think that it will give you guys like a relative perspective on how we are as people, and then
Ooh,
you'll
I think it's
see that
gonna be
I'm
very
normal.
different. No, I think you're gonna see that I'm normal, and that
She couldn't
I
even
am
say it with a
more
straight
laid
face.
back, and that I am more understanding. Zala is not understanding.
Oh, I'm very mean, but I'm very understanding. Like, I'm mean when I really need to be mean. Like, I don't give people the chance to even.
That's such bullshit. Zala is not the mean one, I'm the mean one, which is what's so crazy. Cause let anybody try to, like, step to Zala, she's gonna freeze, and I'm gonna be the one to step in, and I've done that. So I know it's true, where I'll
Oh,
be like,
Nadine is
"Don't
more
you
mean.
fucking dare talk to her
N-
that way."
no, Nadine is more stern. I'm more mean. I don't give people chances to do that to me. Like, if it's like a random crackhead on the street, how am I gonna stop that? But if I know that somebody has bad intentions, I'm never gonna let them in my life, regardless. So in that terms, that I'm more mean, but Nadine is more.
It's like Zala doesn't let people in, and I'm very, very open, and I give everyone a chance, and Zala does not.
Mhm.
But Zala can't defend herself the way I can, 'cause I'll beat a bitch up, and I'll beat a bitch up for Zala.
I'm the flight.
Don't
I'm
come
the
for
flight and
Zala.
the fight or flight, and Nadine is the fight. That's
It's
why
so
we're yin and
crazy
yang, fight and
'cause
flight.
I feel like if people were to talk negatively about me, like, let's say in the future people say negative stuff about me, I won't go but let somebody say something negative about you, I'm gonna be on this podcast going off.
That's true. I'm too because if anybody says something mean about Nadine, I'm always like, "Oh, brother, enough. Bye." And
Brother,
they're dead to
ugh,
me.
and
Okay,
you're just gonna be dead.
period. Okay, this episode has been very long and I've enjoyed talking about all the gossip. That was crazy.
Same.
We went from allegations against Zach Justice to Lila
Cheating
Gibney,
rumors
cheating rumors, to
to
people that shouldn't have.
murderers
Yeah, to people that shouldn't have platforms that they should talk constantly on, to Ariana Grande, Miss Girl, our boy stealer. Sorry, allegedly. Anyways, let's
allegedly.
close this.
She one last thing. You know what? She's iconic because the way that she stole that
Nadine.
woman's husband and then saying the boy she didn't write it because obviously it's The Boy Is Mine with Brandy, but and then saying The Boy Is Mine, if I was SpongeBob's ex-wife, I'm beating your ass. Don't take my husband, which first of all, girl, you should be happy she took that ugly ass man from you. Don't take my husband and then come on here and sing that song with your full chest. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up, and I can take you down because you're tiny. We're fighting. But yeah, iconic nonetheless.
And this is why she's psycho. Um, Thank you guys for watching yet another unhinged episode of our podcast. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Next week's episode is going to be our Reddit stories and your confessions. Please don't hesitate to send us the confessions or questions or any stories that you guys have that we can read and give you advice, that we can laugh about, that we can cry about. Please feel free. And thank you once again for joining us. Hopefully, we see you in the next week's episode. I will link last week's episode down below. And yeah, any closing words, Nadine?
Send us something juicy.
Please,
I
yes, we
want
would love to
drama.
hear juicy. Yeah, me too.
I
Um,
want crazy stuff. I wanna find out that you you fucked your boss. That's what I wanna hear about.
don't put your names though, okay? Keep it.
It's all gonna be anonymous.
Yeah, it's all
We
gonna
don't
be
know
enough.
who submitted it in the Google Forms, so tell us all the dirty juice, you guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Bye, guys. See you
Bye,
next
guys.
episode. Bye.
Bye.